We live in a digital and technologically advanced society. We have accomplished many wonderful things thanks to our cutting-edge technology, but there have been numerous unintended repercussions, particularly when it comes to our personal well-being. According to a Medium Corporation research from 2017, college students aged 18 to 24 spend over 4 hours each day on their phones. When you add it all together, you're losing a day a week to your phone. Imagine how much time you could save in a day, a month, or even a year if you cut your daily phone usage in half. Excessive phone use among our generation has begun to have detrimental consequences for our mental health and relationships. Having said that, there are a few simple things we can do to mitigate these effects and make our gadgets work more efficiently and safely. The negative consequences. Our health can be harmed by excessive cell phone use. Excessive phone use has been linked to stress, anxiety, depression, sleep difficulties, and relationship issues, according to studies. Young people, according to studies, experience withdrawal symptoms when they are separated from their phones for a short amount of time. There are numerous negative consequences, but rather than focusing on the negative aspects, our goal is to provide you with some strategies for improving your mental health and improving your relationships. What do you do while you're not in class? Most likely, you're taking up your phone and wandering aimlessly on social media or doing something equally unproductive. Instead, you could use that time to plan out the rest of your day, perhaps cooking a meal instead of buying one, or studying information from one of your classes, giving you more time to unwind and reflect at the end of the day. Any time saved by not using your phone as much can make you feel healthier and happier in the long run. Once you improve, you will see positive results. Many of the interactions we form now are virtual rather than personal. We are too engrossed in our phones and neglect to pay attention to what is directly in front of us. You will be able to connect better with those around you and have an overall higher sense of well-being if you take the necessary steps to progressively limit your phone time. We advocate doing something productive in between classes and disconnecting from your phone at night. That stated, whichever method works best for you will be the most effective. According to Business Insider, research has discovered that using your smartphone before bed can make it difficult to fall asleep owing to the blue light it emits. Not only does the bright light emitted by digital gadgets interfere with our sleep, but social media information also distracts and entertains us, stated Dr. Flores. Smartphones may be harming people's romantic relationships as well. It's probably happened to you before. The person you're on a date with is more interested in their phone than in you. Dr. Flores explained, this communicates the impression that their phone is more essential than their relationship. When a partner feels undervalued or ignored, they will eventually seek for someone who values their business. Furthermore, some couples spend more time on their phones than with their partners, which can have a negative impact on intimacy. Dr. Flores explained, as humans, we give and receive information through our 5 senses. We need to feel the warmth of our lover's embrace, we need to smell the roses, so to speak, and we emotionally gain from spending physical time with loved ones in real-life circumstances. These kinds of encounters can't be had through digital communication. When I used to hang out with a buddy who was constantly checking her phone, I told her she had to choose between me and her phone. Because of their iPhones, friends are eschewing good social decorum, Dr. Flores added. The dopamine rush we experience when we get a push notification could be to blame. Many of us have convinced ourselves that our push notifications are more important than who or what is around us. According to Psychology Today, research has revealed that when parents are on their cell phones while with their children, they are not really present, which can lead to a slew of emotional disorders in youngsters. Dr. Flores stated, children feel loved when they receive attention from their parents, otherwise, they would feel emotionally ignored. What's worse is when parents are present physically but their attention is diverted elsewhere. In comparison to their acquaintances on social media networks, children receive the message that they are not an important part of their parents' lives. From terminating relationships to having heated debates, some people now choose to have in-depth discussions and conflicts over the phone rather than in person. Digital communication appears to be affecting our comfort levels with direct and honest communication and conflict resolution in many ways, stated Dr. Flores. Doing so will invariably have a detrimental impact on our relationships, because crucial discussions should be held in person or, at the very least, over the phone in order to avoid misunderstandings. People want you to be digitally connected 24/7 and respond to them instantly, especially with email and social media read receipts, in the smartphone era. This, however, is unrealistic and can lead to issues if one side believes in 24/7 availability while the other does not. Dr. Flores explained, social media platforms are structured to encourage more digital interaction time. However, it is ultimately up to us to decide whether or not we will be hooked into this worldview. It's easy to get drawn into the FOMO concept by gazing at other people's online images. The concept of making a good first impression or comparing oneself to others is not new. However, the emotional effect has been amplified with all of the social media tools at our disposal these days, Dr. Flores stated. It's impossible not to compare one's life to the lives depicted online, even if the photographs and events depicted are exaggerated or embellished. Smartphones have the potential to promote mental sloth. For example, instead of doing math in your brain or with a pen and paper when dividing a dinner bill with pals, you might just use your phone calculator. However, as Business Insider has reported, research reveals that using a smartphone can slow down your cognitive process. Increased smartphone use has been linked to depression in the past. According to experts who investigated college students, the more time they spent on Facebook, the less happy they were. I encourage putting your phone away as much as possible, Dr. Flores added, and doing so may be highly good to your mental health.